Religion has been around since the dawn of civilization. Some say it helps people live a more fulfilling life. Others say it's a method for control. Sometimes people just want to get laid, though. So let's count down some people who started their own religions just to have sex. Number 5. Goal Ratson was married to his dedicated wife for over a decade when he decided that he'd have another. And his wife was totally down for it. Ka-ching! So after another 10 years, he decided that 2 wives just wasn't enough anymore. So he married another, all completely devoted to him, because I guess he looks like Jesus. He would make them cook, clean, let them live in filth, and have sex with them whenever he wanted to. And yet they still worshipped him. This guy had found a pretty good gig, and over the next 2 decades, he had married over 21 wives. He made the women compete with each other for his love. Like, who can clean the house the best, or who can make the best food. Very clever, you sneaky rape wizard. He was arrested when it was discovered he was having sex with minors, and basically running a sex camp. But over the years, he fathered dozens of children. They could be anywhere. Could it be one of you? Number 4. Lea Thompson started a religion based on his favorite book, The Chronicles of Gore, which are books mostly about sex slaves. But we already knew that because we read it in school. They taught us the great value that women are nothing but objects and are only here to pleasure men. Lea and a bunch of other dudes thought this was a pretty cool idea, so they started their own religion. One day, he paraded his girlfriend around in public on a leash. He was arrested after he forced one of his slaves to have sex with one other member. He was sentenced to 3 years. Gore would be proud. Number 3. Mary Ellen Tracy created the Church of the Most High Goddess. It all began when her and her husband were visited by God and told them that she must have sex with thousands of men. I can't say no to God. Their church had over 2,000 members and would perform rituals to wipe away their sins. These rituals mostly included having sex parties. And that's about it. The police got involved when they realized that there was donations going to this church and told them that that's basically prostitution. Mary said that they weren't paying to have sex, they were paying to practice their faith. But then the cops said, no, you're going to jail. Number 2. After separating from his family's religion, Joshua Jung is the leader of Jesus Morningstar, a religion that basically steals all of its theology from other Korean religions, with a few minor alterations. Number 1. He is the Messiah, of course. Number 2, original sin happened when Eve had sex with Satan. And 3, the only way to be saved is by accepting the Savior into your heart. And number 4, the Savior is this man's penis. If you were a member of this church and wanted to get married, you'd have to go through him first, and bring 3 new members onto the team, like a sexy pyramid scheme. He would flee country to country to avoid charges, and spread his sexy word. He was working over 5 different countries at once. After being on the run for 8 years, he was captured in Beijing. He was originally going to go to jail for 6 years, but then they bumped it up to a decade. Number 1. The Family International. These people believe having sex shows God's love and mercy. It was created by David Berg, self-claimed Messiah. It wasn't too different from regular Christian beliefs, except for his laws of love. Basically, having sex with anything for any reason was A-okay in God's book. He commanded an army of hippies to go across the country spreading the word, trying to convert followers with their genitals. Typically, women would lure men in with promises of sex, and bam, before you knew it, you're in a cult. And wouldn't you know it, these dirty hippies are still around even today. According to ex-members, their sermons would involve accepting the semen of Jesus Christ. And while you're having sex, imagine it's Jesus you're having sex with. I mean, he is a pretty hot guy. Even the males of this cult have to do this, but they have to imagine that they're a woman having sex with Jesus, because Jesus can't have gay sex. That would just be weird. If you would like to know more about this wonderful lifestyle, you could visit the website at thefamilyinternational.org. Sign up today. What are you waiting for? Jesus needs somebody to take his seed. He's all backed up down there. It ain't gonna suck itself. Well, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and a subscribe. It really helps us out. So next time I release a video, you see it first.